So my question is based on everything that is being taught and about parenting and all that. So I want to ask, how do you handle a stubborn child? Like, I have a son that will be 5 years old in October. I would say this stubbornness started, I wouldn't say when he was born. I think when he was a year old, because there's something he did one day that I almost like lay my hands on him. But eventually I didn't do that. So it came to a point that there was a day I made tea for him. So he was holding the tea and was holding my iPhone. So when I discovered the tea was hot, I collected the tea from him. So what he did was to smash my iPhone. I was so mad that day that I almost beat him, but I just decided to let it slide. So when I got to Computer Village to fix the screen of the phone, a woman that was selling the screen asked a question. Hope you didn't, how old is this child? I said 1 year. Hope you didn't beat him. I said, no. No, I think I really beat him that day. He was just 1 year, but I think I beat him that day, if I can remember. So when the woman discovered I beat my son, the woman started crying. I was not like, madam, why are you crying? She said she has been married for 15 years without a child. So why would I even lay my hands on a 1-year-old son because of a common iPhone? But I think this stubbornness has been going on for a very long time that I really don't know how to handle it. So that's just my question.
So how do you handle a stubborn child? That's what she's saying.
Thank you so much. I hope you can all hear me well. I think this is a topic that this is a question that most of us have in our mind. Sometimes we're not brave enough to ask it. So I must really applaud you for asking this question. I must say this, and I want us to pay so much attention to what I'm going to say now. The child is different from the problem. The child is different from the problem. So when a child is stubborn, it's not a stubborn child. The child is struggling with his emotions. He doesn't know how to interpret it. For example, now, some of us are here. When Mr. A shouts at you, what do? You shout back. But me, because I've gotten past that level, I've sorted out my emotions. So I have the ability not to shout back. Then I know there's a problem here. So I'll step in to solve the problem. So I will not say the man is a shouting man. The man has challenge sorting out his emotions. So we cannot be on same level. So if as the child she did something that is outrageous, the child is not outrageous. He does not have the ability to interpret or handle his emotions. Once you see it from that angle, then you'll be able to help the child. The child did not decide to do it. So for example, now, if a child breaks a glass all the time, you might find out that the child is struggling with concentration. You might even find out that the child has problem with his wrist, with his hands. So when you start seeing things from this point, you will now be able to bring help. You would not focus on the damage that has been done. You will focus on saving the child from that disability. Does that make sense? I'll be my pidgin English man speaker. Okay, for those of us when the speak English when I speak too big, what I did talk be same. Pikin and problem not be the same. For example, Pikin go school, he famous. He not mean say he not know book. He actually mean say the maths hard for him. So what you need to do, not be to flog the Pikin. Now to call am my Pikin, I go to support you. Make I find teacher for you, make they teach you more. Make me myself. I go learn this maths. Make I cook my make we two they do the assignment together. Now so that they help Pikin, you not go flog the Pikin. If the Pikin na Pikin when not they do the homework, not call the Pikin scatter. The Pikin, what did they do and they say, he brain, they coordinate things well. So what do you go do? Now to help him, plan how we'll take plan our day. From 1 to 2, you go play, and later you call come, we'll sit down together. Then another thing I want to add. Most of us, we dey used to doing that. Once our pikin get one problem, we'll go meet Sister B, we get pikin. We'll say, my pikin get this. Sister B not get solution to that problem. Go find who gets solution. Go find, either you meet professional or you meet person when the pikin don't face they do like that before, we don't stop. Now that one, then you go meet, your pikin they do like this before. What do you do when you teaching? Not be you go meet pikin person when the pikin they do well. You can go ask and say, how you think they do your pikin where your pikin think they do well? Not be so. You go meet who don't solve that problem before. Now the person you go learn from. Thank you very much.
I want to say something. No, go ahead. All right. So I just want to quickly add something. Two things, or not one. One is that I just want to confirm. Did you say the child was 1 year old?
1+.
1+. Okay. So what typically, okay, let me not ask a question so that I don't take time. Now, typically, what happens is that a 1 year old child is expected to smash things. Yeah. It is an expected behavior of a 1 year old. But where I want to now take it from, so maybe I'll leave that because Ronke wants to say something, is that you want to now find out about your own self. What is happening with your own emotions at that time? If you are thinking about it, maybe, I don't know every other thing, but an iPhone typically is a very expensive phone. So you're thinking about money, you're thinking about all of those things, and that is spiraling into your own emotions. It's not.
My laptop was destroyed. My iPad was destroyed by him, and he just talks like that.
Was it by him?
Yeah, as in he just keeps smashing and smashing.
So all of those things.
Yeah, so that was the problem.
So yes, exactly. So you keep some of those things away. You have to keep them away because a child they're expected behaviors of children. You understand? And you have to understand that. And when you understand that your child, especially when they get to that place where they are crawling, I beg, carry all the things away. So it's very important. I just wanted to make mention of that.
Okay, just one line I want to add. Please, let's not label any child. He has said it, but I just wanted to emphasize, let's not label them. Let's separate that child from that behavior. And let's deal with that behavior and not give that child a name. Because once you keep calling that child stubborn child, you're telling me, I like it. Continue. That's exactly what you're saying.
No, we've said it all. The next question come.
Next question, please. We can only take 2 more after her.
Okay.
No, please,
Please, I think I have questions for each of you because so Mr. Okay. So Mr.
Hello.
Micro Abimicho, please, I only want to know, it's just like the story you told us. I wanted to know what really, as in, have you ever met that guy, that man? Yes. After this whole incident, after you healed.
Okay.
So I want to know if you've met him. Then, should I continue? Okay. Then the next question is talking about parenting. You know, as a woman, or let's say the African that we find ourselves, we women are always at the receiving end. So it's not easy being a wife and a mother. So at times, I'm talking to the therapist now. At times, there are times that I feel like I want to do something, but because of my children, I'll be like, so because of the children, at times it's telling, I won't lie. So I don't want to go deeper in that. So then the question now about schooling, there was a child, though this actually did not happen to me, but up to now, I haven't found a reliable answer to this. There's this child that it is a, let's say, KG2 class. So during the lesson, the teacher was there. The teacher was my friend. He's my friend. So the two, a boy and a girl, they were having sex in class under the locker. So the teacher now called them. I think it's nursery 1. So she called the girl child. She called the boy child. So she later knows that it was the girl child that initiated the order. But the girl was like saying, the girl child was saying it as if it's nothing, that my uncle at home, uncle, and the guy always brought her to school. So she was like, okay, don't worry, I'm coming. So she went to the proprietress. The proprietress was like, don't tell the mother, oh, I don't want my school to have problems. No, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So she was like, I don't want my school to have problems. So since the proprietress is backing up, what if so she was not scared that if I go and face the mother and the house now, maybe, she's in her husband's house. So, and this person is the mother's younger brother. So what could happen? I didn't mean she has the proprietress support now. She will have, okay, let's call her, let's invite her. So what if such a thing now happen? What is the right thing to do? And you are working under.
Okay. Shall I start with the question you asked me? Yeah. So you were talking about if I've seen the man again. I think it was because my slide was not working. I would have showed that to you. One of the things that really speeding my healing, and I'm sorry you were not here to hear my story. One of the things that really speeding my healing was that I did not give zero attention to revenge. I did not give zero like this. I did not pay attention to. I sat down and I say, see where I do. I need to help myself. So I don't have time to plan for revenge, that what will happen to Mr. A or what my siblings, I will show them. If I tried it, I wouldn't have gone far. I would not have healed. That's how I will carry unnecessary baggages for my back. Because most of the time, the people will hurt you. They don't hurt them before. So now you go choose whether this hurting go stop for where you did. So for example, if I still carry that baggage on my back, I for the injure many people. Even this program now, I for not organize them. So it's because I left it. So anything, wherever they are, we thank God. When I even see him today, God sees my heart. I will ask him, what actually happened to you? Tell me. There must be a story behind what you did to me. So we really thank God. I'm not a therapist, but I will just add a little bit to what she said. What you asked the therapist about as a housewife or as African woman. We are here to take away the label. That label we put for this, so it tie you for ground. You have emotions. You have to validate them. You have to work and plan yourself according to how you feel, not according to what people think of you. You have how your emotions now confess. Like Giwa said earlier, that you are an individual. You have to pay attention to yourself and take care of yourself before any other person. Thank you so much.
Okay, I wanted her to go ahead. All right. Thank you very much, Metro. All right. So I hear you and I understand how you feel. And many mothers, many times we make a lot of those sacrifices for the children. But it's very important that you are in touch with yourself, because you don't have to bottle it up. And let me share this, with an experience, just a short story. So when I was in secondary school, I always told myself that I wrote a lot. So I told myself that I was going to be a writer, a journalist. And I was inclined to counseling, counseling or psychology, those were things. I was going to talk to people, I was going to help people. Fast forward, when I went through school and all of that, all those dreams died. My parents told me to do certain courses. As I got married, I was doing a lot of HR, administrative, admin work, and all of that in offices. But that dream was just buried there. How it came about, I'm not even sure I understand it yet. But what happened was that I was getting frustrated after a while. But after a while, I sat down and asked myself, which was why I keep saying that you have to be in touch with yourself. And as I got in touch with myself, I knew that the frustration was not anything, was something there was something I'm fighting internally. And I began to write down. So journaling is good. You write down. And I began to say, these are the things, these were my childhood dreams, these are the things I wanted to do. How I got into ADI, all of us are products of ADI. How I got into ADI, which is a school of psychotherapy and counseling, how I got into coaching, circumstances just begin to happen. But the first thing was that I was talking about it. I was expressing it. I was talking to people. I was talking to coaches. I was talking to counselors. I was expressing myself. I was journaling. You understand? Because you're a mother does not mean you need to sacrifice your life. You have your life, your child has his or her own life as well. So while yes, there will be times that you will sacrifice, and I cannot take that more as a mother. There will be times that you have to give up certain things, but it's not that you will die. It might be for a while. And the moment I came into that thing, there was speed. You understand? So it's very important that you understand the phase or the season that you are in. There's some things you cannot do when you have babies. There's some things you cannot do. So you have to just understand which season or which area that you are. But it doesn't mean you should bury it down. Talk about it. Express it. Go even for counseling. Express it. You can find out that there are multiple ways to achieve some of the things that you want to achieve that never came across to you in the other place. Does that help?
Okay, just to wrap it up, imagine having 3 duplexes, and one is a duplex called woman, the next one, wife, and one mother. Your identity is a woman. Because you got married, you became a wife. And the third one, mother, because you gave birth to children. So I always do this exercise. First of all, make sure that woman, that duplex called woman, is intact. All your dreams and aspirations, keep them alive. At points, you might feel like a failure at that wife role. Please run back to your womanhood and get back. Okay? If you feel you are failing as a mother, is a role, is an attached role. Make sure nothing happens to your identity. So if your identity is intact, if anything happens at the other roles, you can run back to your identity. Your identity is the major thing. Don't miss it. Thank you.
Okay, so lastly, please, we gave you flyers. The blue one. If you don't have it, ensure you get it. That flyer has everything about what you need to do about child protection. It is not in the place of the school to keep such. In fact, the school can be closed because of that. Even you that you know and you kept quiet, it's supposed to arrest you. No, because you said it's your friend. You have done the wrong thing. So that's why we all pledged. We are all mandated reporters. And if you fail to report next time, because those children, they are young and they've been exposed to such, you have damaged them and it can lead to a lot of things in future.
All right, thank you. So
I just want to add one more thing, please. We screw a lot on our phones. We really do. So instead of us to be watching like skits and laughing all day, we should look for pages that actually suggest how to be a better parent, because all of these things, you are not a bad person. It's just we are not bad people. It's just of the level of knowledge. And this knowledge are roaming around on our street of Instagram and Facebook and all of that. We should pick up our phone and check. Like, for example, our own Instagram page, we always put things that will help parents to answer this little question. I'm going to read out our Instagram handle for you so you can check it up and follow so you get all this information. It's called Hope for the Labeled Child Initiative. You should check it on Instagram and follow and get all these informations. I'm sure we also have other platforms like that. Could you please share the Instagram handle?
So I shared some flyers. I shared that of the DSBA and also the Child Protection Network, NAPTIP and all. So please, you can call 112 Lagos State Line. You will get a response. Call 767, you will get a response. But there's this particular number we also chorus, 08000 333 080 00. That's why I said 1000. That's 30 333 333. I also shared some of the flyer. If you don't have it, later on we'll give to you. Just signify with your hand, they will bring the flyer to you. Please ensure anytime you see something, you must say something. LOCs, can you help me share the DSBA flyer to those hands up, please?
all right,
Thank
so
you.
we have a question here. And this person says, how can I explain to others that my decision not to get married or have children is rooted in my own experiences of childhood trauma and ongoing mental health struggles without being judged or pitied? I want to convey that this choice is a self-care decision rather than a reflection of fear or inadequacy.
Okay, before I give the mic to them, I will say this. Don't leave this place without seeing any of the therapists, please. You need one-on-one session because you need to heal. Healing is the most important thing you need right now.
Okay. Please, she has said it. We can't do that now because you have to help yourself first. And deciding not to get married, it's okay. Don't let anybody pressurize you. I got to that stage and I said myself, I wasn't ready for marriage. I wasn't ready for marriage. I had plenty of suitors, but I was not ready mentally because I had things to deal with. So if you have things to deal with, please do not rush in. Focus on yourself, get well, get better. Then you get someone that will compliment you. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Thank you. So we can only take 2 more questions and they have to be brief. Please go straight to the point, and
I have some.
you can give one person from there and then we'll give one person from here. If you have any questions, please write it down. Write it down. Write all of the questions down. We can help you with it. Write it down.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Yes. Let's ask questions. As much, please.
All right, please let the questions go straight to the point, okay?
Please, straight to the point.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. My question is, how do you handle situation whereby you were raised from a traumatic home, especially from a well-disciplined mother? So now you are now a mother and you've tried all your best to ensure that you are intentional to bringing up your children. But at the end of the day, unconsciously, you found out that your children are doing things that you never want. And at the end of the day, you end up disciplining them to the extent that it's almost hurting. Okay, let me give an example. Because I always ensure I talk to my kids. Always love yourself. Love yourself. I always preach this all the time to them because it's something I lacked while growing up as a child. So there was a day my son did something to the younger sister. He always hit her. So that one came, we always explain, Mommy, look at what my brother did. And he's just 7 years old. This is what my brother did and all. So sometimes I'll sit them down to talk to them, sometimes preach love to explain, this is what you're supposed to do and all. So he repeated the same thing again. So unconsciously, I took a cane and I hit him on the back. I didn't know that it was going to give him mark on the back. It was like the evening of it, I want to bathe him. I saw mark on his back. It really broke me. And I went inside, I cried anyway, because it was not my intention to inflict that pain on him. So I had to apologize to him, but ever since it has been hurting me as a mother, that this was not my intention, but because of what he did. So how am I going to handle such a thing if they keep doing such a thing? That's my question. Thank you.
I think I will speak from like a personal experience. When you go through trauma and things like this, you have to go through a process that is called healing. If you don't really heal properly, you will be on the edge. You will raise fence, and those fence might even cause more havoc. That's why I really begged them that they had to come, the counselors and the therapists, so that you can book sessions with them and really ask questions. I'm going to give you a practical example. Because of what happened to me as a child, when I was like 17 years old, now all those drama had finished. I followed one of my uncles to church. As I was there, one prophetess, she stood up like this and she jumped. Hey. She got to where I was and she was prophesying. If you see the slap I gave her, I gave her slap. Boy, Usher held me. If in the church, I did not mind. You know why? I thought I was protecting. That was when I was not healed. So I will be causing more havoc. Before you see, they will give me name that this one fight, they fight, now fight, they fight, they waka. So what I'm trying to say is that when you go through things like this, I sent them away. I sent them away from their own church. So that's what I'm trying to emphasize is that you will overdo it. You will overprotect yourself and you will cause more harm than good. That's why you have to go for session so you can really heal. You will be on a neutral place in your life. I don't know if someone else.
I appreciate all of you. I want to know what your body will do to rescue the children of nowadays, because a proverb says the heart of a child is a tabula rasa, a plain slate where nothing has been written before. But whatever you write there will remain indelible. But a lot of we parents will write wrong idea. Even the Bible emphasizes it, that we are the epistle that people read. We are the mirror that people watch. What kind of image are we sending out through our mirror? We parents. What role will you people play? Because a lot of us, we are the one damaging the life of our children. We parents. A lot of us are not even conscious of what we do. And these children, they are learning a lot from us. What role will you play? Or what kind of advice will you give unto us as parents? Because we don't need to blame everything on teacher. There are many schools where children we have to learn. We learn from school, we learn from home, we learn from society, and the last one, if you are so stubborn, is learning from government. You will learn it by force in the police station. So what role will you, what advice will you get for us?
Okay, so I would like her to answer this question next for you. Yeah.
It's a contribution.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Next question.
Oh, it's just the contributions to.
Yes, please.
It's like she asked the question also. So
What can we do?
so just your question in one sentence.
Okay, I think what we need to do, sir, is for us to keep learning. Keep learning how to become, a better parent. That's just it. We have a lot of people teaching parenting out there. Okay, like he shared earlier, don't just go to Instagram and be watching skits. You can follow people that are into parenting and keep learning. Please, let's see. You can't, what worked yesterday may not work today. So, okay.
Society nowadays. Good afternoon, sorry. What I pick from his own explanation is that there's so much advancement. Children go to school, they learn a lot of things. There's so much innovation happening. So for a parent who doesn't have the education that their children are having now, how do you marry them together? How do they train? Yes, standard, yes.
Okay.
you
To
for
keep
that.
up with what's going on now. Okay, so a lot is going on out there. And please, I will still start with that point. Keep learning, okay? But you can also learn from your children. You can learn from them. Bring yourself down to their level so you can connect with them so that you can also pick up. But you have to keep also talking as a family. Every family here must have family values. You know why some families will say nobody will use mobile phone until you are done with SS3? And some children, 11 years, they have mobile phone. And they'll come and put pressure on you. But my friends have phone. All my friends, how do you respond to that? You have to remind them, oh, that's their family, our own family, this is how we do it. So you must have family values. I didn't get to that slide. You must have family meetings. Once in a month, gather your family together. Have a conversation. It's not a fight kind of conversation. It's a listen, we don't judge kind of conversation. You sit down, everybody will talk about, okay, what have we done well or what did we do well this last month? What areas do we need to make improvements? Everybody say the things that didn't work well for you. You hear somebody saying, oh, mommy, you whenever you eat food, you make noise chewing your food. You don't have to take offense. It's a feedback from your children. So at that point, you have a family meeting, everybody opens up their mind. She said something about when she was talking, she said, I always talk to my children. And I mentioned to her, I said, no, we don't talk to them. We talk with them. It's a conversation. Carry them in your decision making. Carry them along. Don't just give rules. No, sit back and discuss how do we move our family forward. What are the values? What are the things important to you? As a family, you put it together. So what I would say here is let's keep learning how to do it better. Let's connect with them and connect with other parents out there. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much. So mommy wants to add something brief to it, and then we'll have the last person ask the questions she wants to.
I came in late, so maybe somebody has said it. We're talking about children. Parents, your mental health is also important, highly important, because when you are in a good state of mind, you'll be able to understand what your children are going through. But when you are not even in a good state of mind, your mental health is not stable, you can't get it right. Even if you have meeting today, tomorrow with the children, if you are not at peace with yourself, you can't get it. So please try also to take good care of yourself. Your mental health is very, very important. Let me quickly chip in this. I went for a program before coming here, and at the end of the program, the woman was praying. And she prayed for children, she prayed for father, she prayed for everybody, but she forgot to pray for herself. And before she ended, I said, no, I now chip in additional prayer for parents, for we parents that are here. So. And I started praying. She now said, oh, I always forget to pray for myself. Oh, I always only pray for the children. I said, no, you need to pray for yourself first. Because when you are having a good mental health, when you are good, when you are okay, when you are fine, when you are at peace, of course, your home would be at peace. She said, thank you very much. I don't do this, but I'll be doing this now. I pray for myself first. I pray for my business. Then I pray for my children and my loved ones. Thank you.
That was a nice one from mommy. Thank you so much. Please, before you go, hello, sorry, let her go first.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. A huge thank you to the visionaire and also to the great panelists we have there. I'm a whole lot of emotions right now because so many things running through my mind, but there's something he said. And he said that we're gathered here to step out of the status quo. Now, one of the status quo, somebody mentioned an African mom. You know what that means? A lot of times I tell people, oh no, I think every child should just pray not to come from Africa, because it's a whole lot of, you want this, and they say, will you shut up? But the other side, when we're watching film, oh honey, that's alien to us, Now, what I want to find out is this. They tell us that a child grows them, or they form their habits between the ages of 0 to 7. Now, is that true? Second, how do we correct? Because the Bible tells us, and thank God we're in a church, that the rod of correction, that foolishness abounds in the bosom of children. But there is something that is called the rod of correction. How do you interpret to us what the rod of correction means? And then as a request to the visionaire, I want to address you, sir. Thank you so much for teaching us parenting. Now, something happened sometime, and I came to one conclusion. Because if you will agree with me, the children of these days are not like the ones of yesterday. But I'm not quick to judge the children. Because somebody mentioned, our daddy mentioned, children they come to you like a computer. It's what you put into them that you get out eventually. We are in a generation when parents pay for people to sit exams for their children. How do you blame that child? We are and that's what that daddy was trying to say. Children are picking things from their parents. They are watching you and they are doing things. Now, so just to make it short, because I'm sure we are against time, I want to ask you, now we are talking about parenting, but the truth is this. We can't have effective parenting when we ourselves are not trained. The truth is that the parents we have today are not trained. And if we are not trained, we can't train these children. We can't. We practically cannot. Can you do something? Can you do something, sir? We would like you to probably set up a forum like this and retrain us. We need a measure of training. We need to get back, to the original. We need to step out of this where we are right now as parents, where we allow everything to pass. Do you understand? And I don't know if it is proper. I don't know if it is okay for me to do this. But to the lady that said she hit her child and she is now living in guilt, I'm going to tell you what. Because of that guilt, she would hardly hit him again. I don't advocate for parents to quickly hit their children. But when it becomes extraordinarily necessary, I also don't refrain from it. And then there was somebody else who also said something, and she was speaking about somebody telling her, why would you hit a 1-year-old child? I've been looking for a child for 15 years. For the fact that you've been looking for a child for 25 years doesn't mean I give birth to one, and then I just allow that child to go away with everything. Then how do you now wait for 25 years to have a child, and that child lands you in an early death because we are allowing everything to pass? I don't know how we're going to marry all of these things. Please help me. I need this help. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to put that in a summary. First of all, Giwa mentioned something that you have to reconnect with yourself. And when you reconnect with yourself, your actions, as in when you truly reconnect with yourself, this is why I always push. Like I told you, I went for a series of counseling and therapy, and she was one of the persons who helped me. When you get to that point, you flow naturally in the right direction. So you get professional guidance. Then the other one you asked was someone feeling guilty. Oh, no. There was one you asked before. Oh, training. Yeah, you talked about training. So now we have to hunt for materials. Look for programs like this. The fact that you're even here is the fact that you are ready to wire your head. And I really applaud us for that. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause. It's a real big deal. The fact that you came here, you didn't see this event as waste of time. And look at all of you guys still seated at this sign that we are all ready to learn and rewire our brain. So, like I said, go on Instagram, on social media, look for places that you feel like these people are saying the right thing. Get professional counselors to also speak to us and question your actions. This would really help us a lot. And on our platform, as time goes on, because you've dropped your contact, we're going to send messages to us where we will be creating Zoom meetings, where we'll be encouraging us and giving us practical examples. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right. So thank you for talking about the Zoom meeting. I mentioned something about parenting, strategic parenting course I do for parents. Recently, a couple, expectant, parents, called in for that session. The wife was pregnant, about 5 months gone, and they signed up for parenting class. I was amazed. And I asked them why. They said, that they didn't get the best, but they want to prepare for what is coming. That they don't just want to make the mistake their parent made. So once you decide, there are courses out there. Please, let's go and seek for knowledge to do it better. And I have a webinar coming up. I will tell you so that you can share with them so they can join the free webinar. And we have paid parenting class, but we also have free webinar. Anyone, I will share with you so you can share with them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. So we'll be having the last person ask this question. All other questions will be done via Zoom so that we don't take, please, let's just take this last question, please.
The question I want to ask is that, and I want to address, ask a favor our lecturers to address this, is that why is it that some grandchild do not want to spend or live with their grandmother, and some grandchild do not also want to listen to their grandmother? Yeah, I have an experience. That's why I want to ask this.
They
Because
don't like to listen to their grandparents.
They don't want to live with them or listen with them, or whenever their grandmother is telling them to do something, because they are powerless. So they won't want to.
It's very. I think she explained it. She explained it earlier when she said, when you hit a child and you now feel of guilt, naturally that is the only knowledge, the only way you feel like you can train a child. So you now feel like I'm powerless. You don't know you have other strength of good conversation. So this child now walk over you because they feel like it's only beating that you've been using. But if you've been using like good conversation, good relationship, the child will pull close to the grandparents. I think that's the major thing grandparents always have to also learn. Edit their style of parenting. It's not the way you brought up your own child. Things have changed. Environment has changed. So you have to also update your relationship with children. No two children are same. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.